French anti-EU campaigner Florian Philippot has stepped up calls for his country's swift exit from the bloc after Hungarian leader Viktor Orban bowed down to Brussels in a row over academic freedom. Mr. Philippot spoke out after the European Court of Justice found Hungarian laws targeting foreign universities contravened its international commitments to academic freedom and free enterprise. Critics of the Orban regime claim the law was only introduced to force the closure of the Central European University funded by his political nemesis billionaire George Soros. The Hungarian leader said, "We always implement the judgments of the European Court, whether we see them as right or wrong, professionally valid or unhealthy, clever or perhaps absurd." But Mr. Philippot, founder of France's hardline Eurosceptic party The Patriots, warned Mr. Orban's decision to accept the ECJ ruling highlighted the power Brussels wielded over member states and repeated his call to quit the bloc. He told followers on social media, "When you stay in the EU, you end up complying. Good lesson to consider. Frexit quickly." Mr. Philippot has insisted France needs to leave the EU, more than ever, to take back control of its own destiny. The coronavirus pandemic has pushed more than 1 million people to the brink of poverty in France, with unemployment soaring to record levels. In a post on Twitter, Mr. Philippot said, "A large part of France sinks into misery. More than ever a public safety program, the basis of which is the taking back of our sovereignty in all fields, is needed." Frexit, nationalization of banks, rise in wages and pensions. The former MEP's drive to see France follow Britain out of the EU has gained widespread support on social media from some citizens who claim membership of the bloc has been a disaster for their country. The French government has invested more than £400 billion in support schemes to help the economy since the start of the crisis. The EU member state has also benefited from £36 billion in funding from the bloc's coronavirus rescue package. But another French politician and leading Frexit campaigner, Charles-Henri Gallois, warned agreeing to the £668 billion fund to be used as loans and grants to the countries hit hardest by the virus was a big mistake. Mr. Gallois said, "It is catastrophic for France. We will basically end up paying so much more than what we receive, and as a consequence, there will be so much more pressure to adopt EU social policies, such as the pension reform."